The Brazilian Grand Prix recently took a surprising and unfortunate turn for Lewis Hamilton. Known for his expertise on this very track, Hamilton entered the race with high hopes, as did his devoted fans. However, instead of a triumphant run, the weekend became one of setbacks and criticisms, what many are calling the lowest point of his Formula One season. What should have been a celebration of his legacy left fans and experts alike questioning his future with Mercedes. Hamilton, a name synonymous with speed and resilience, now finds himself at the center of swirling rumors. Some speculate he may not even complete the season in his current car, with whispers that Mercedes might bring in new talent for the remaining races. With frustrations building and the car's performance falling short, could this truly mark the beginning of the end for Hamilton's era with Mercedes? And if so, what does this mean for his legacy? Despite starting the weekend with 189 points, ahead of teammate George Russell, Hamilton wasn't content. This season has been marred by struggles with the W5, an inconsistent and problematic car that's hindered his ambitions. Hoping to rediscover his form on a track he loves, Hamilton had higher stakes than ever. Adding to the excitement, he even had a rare chance to drive Ayrton Senna's iconic 1990 McLaren in a tribute intended to lift his spirits and thrill fans in São Paulo. Yet, as the weekend unfolded, it became clear this wouldn't be the redemption he and his supporters had hoped for. Problems emerged early, with a surprising elimination during the second round of sprint qualifying, setting a challenging tone. Unable to secure a competitive spot, his efforts to reach the points became an uphill battle. Qualifying for the Grand Prix didn't improve his position either, landing only a disappointing 16th place, a result that left both fans and British media back home astonished. Critics in the press, known for their blunt analysis, labeled it one of Hamilton's most surprising declines. As the weekend progressed, criticism intensified. Media outlets questioned Hamilton's ability to regain his past form, suggesting something fundamental might be amiss. Some speculated that his recent struggles might cast doubt on his rumored 2025 move to Ferrari. Could this decline be the start of a downward trend, or is the car at fault? Either way, it raised concerns about his aspirations for an 8th World Championship title. Yet, on race day, Hamilton showed glimpses of his skill and determination. Battling through tricky weather and chaotic moments on the track, he managed a 10th place finish, securing one last point. But as he crossed the line, his words over the radio stunned everyone. "That was a disaster of a weekend, guys. The worst the car has ever been." This rare, unfiltered honesty hinted at the depth of his frustration. In an unexpected twist, he even suggested this might be his last performance with Mercedes this season, sparking rumors about a potential stand-in for the final races. Rumors spread quickly. Talks of young talent Kimi Antonelli stepping in for the last races gained momentum, fueled by Hamilton's apparent frustration and a season that left little to fight for. Even The Telegraph joined the conversation, questioning if Ferrari had truly secured a driver on the decline, or if Hamilton could reignite his career with a fresh start. They argued that while his track record speaks for itself, his recent form was a stark contrast to the dominance he once displayed. Still, many believed he deserved the chance to prove himself, after years of carrying Mercedes to the top. Hamilton's challenges grew more apparent in the season's latter half, with poor performances casting a shadow over his once shining career. His third-place finish in last year's driver standings seemed like a testament to his speed, but 2024 has told a different story. Nowhere was this shift more evident than in Brazil, where a track he loved became a site of relentless challenges. Earlier podiums felt like a distant memory as he struggled to gather points amid ongoing issues with the car. As the Grand Prix closed, it was clear that Hamilton's season had reached a low. Despite flashes of brilliance earlier, his recent results were far from fans' expectations, with this race marking yet another disappointing outcome. Mercedes, too, faced scrutiny, slipping behind top teams in the standings. Even with Hamilton's dedication, the car's inconsistency held him back. The British Grand Prix in July had offered a fleeting moment of hope, where Hamilton ended a lengthy winless streak, even securing another win shortly after in Belgium. But since then, the team's performance had waned, and Hamilton's results suffered. This final season with Mercedes, once expected to be a grand farewell, now seemed to end on a quieter, more frustrating note. Hamilton has been vocal about the car's issues, yet he has kept specific criticisms to himself. Instead, his reflections focused on the challenges he faced, with remarks like, "The car just hasn't been good this weekend." Even the typically supportive British press took a harsher tone, questioning if Hamilton's legacy might fade without a strong finish to his Mercedes journey. As the season wore on, Hamilton's frustrations deepened, especially as he struggled with qualifying, often starting races from unfamiliar lower positions. Following the summer break, his results became inconsistent, his best finish being fourth in the United States. In Brazil, his efforts were thwarted early with a spin-off track during the first lap. Afterward, Hamilton expressed that both he and the team needed to take accountability for the results. Hamilton praised his team's hard work, recognizing the mechanics who put in early hours, rehearsed pit stops at dawn, and meticulously prepared his car. However, it was evident that something within the vehicle was holding him back. He hinted at a performance disparity between his car and others in the team, joking about the million-dollar question surrounding the car's unpredictability, even offering a reward for a solution. This rare glimpse into Hamilton's weariness with ongoing issues highlighted his struggle to navigate his final races with Mercedes. With only a few races left, Hamilton's tone balanced resignation with determination. While he questioned the car's inconsistencies, he was committed to squeezing out any potential. Yet, with the finish line in sight, he seemed ready for a fresh start. For the first time in his career, he fought just to stay in the top 10, a contrast to his days of pole positions and podiums. Hamilton's struggles grew more pronounced in the second half of the season. Starting from lower positions, often 14th or worse, had been humbling for the once dominant driver. But he remained committed, expressing his intent to score points wherever possible. With Christmas approaching, he hinted that he was more than ready to leave this challenging season behind, hoping for a well-deserved break before his anticipated move to Ferrari. Rumors of a potential stand-in continued, with some in the paddock suggesting Mercedes might benefit from letting Antonelli take the wheel. For Mercedes, it would give the young talent valuable experience, while Hamilton could focus on his upcoming Ferrari debut, free from season-ending frustrations. Antonelli's potential debut grew more enticing for fans and analysts alike. For Mercedes, it was a low-risk chance to test rising talent, and for Hamilton, a graceful exit from an uncharacteristic season, giving him time to prepare for his Ferrari journey. Fans questioned whether this switch could offer both Hamilton and Mercedes a fresh start. Hamilton's words in interviews hinted at a farewell more than a rallying cry, as if his mind was already set on the next chapter. "I just want to get through these last few races without major issues," he shared, reflecting his readiness to move on. His sense of duty to his team and fans, however, kept him pushing forward, committed to giving his all. Fans worldwide wondered if Hamilton would bow out early or see his Mercedes career through. The thought of him stepping aside, even temporarily, evoked strong emotions. For many, it felt surreal to imagine a Formula One grid without Hamilton, even for a few races. Hamilton's choice to finish the season or step aside added suspense to the final races. Fans debated its impact on his legacy. If he left early, would it seem a wise move, preserving his energy for Ferrari, or would it feel like an anticlimactic end? His career, marked by resilience, made this moment especially compelling. Each race felt like a closing chapter, a farewell to Mercedes, and a tribute to their journey together. The story of Hamilton and Mercedes had been legendary, full of victories and unforgettable battles, forever etched in F1 history. The season's end added gravity to his performance, a reminder of how they had redefined excellence. As Hamilton faced the final race weekend, emotions ran high, marking the end of an era for both him and Mercedes. For fans, seeing Hamilton in his silver suit for possibly the last time was powerful, a handoff of memories and moments. Mercedes prepared for a future without Hamilton, but they knew his legacy would remain an indelible part of the team's identity in F1. When the checkered flag waved, the stands erupted in applause. Hamilton had given his all, finishing with the grit and determination that had defined his career. Returning to the pits, his face reflected closure, a sense of a journey ending as he prepared for new challenges with Ferrari. As he stepped out of his car for what might be the last time in Mercedes colors, crew members gathered for final handshakes and embraces. This wasn't just an end, it was a celebration of a legacy that elevated both driver and team. Hamilton looked at the crowd, raised his hand in a salute, and left the track with a legacy that would endure for generations.